What is happening, guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today we have another lot of Funko 2019 New York City Comic Con reveals, guys. And this one's going to be a short video. There weren't too many reveals this morning. I was kind of umming and ahhing whether or not I would do a reveal video or just include these as part of a secondary one when they release more. But I figured, what the hell, we'll get a video up there for you guys and go through the small amount of reveals that did come out. So we'll go through the, I think there's 6 of them from memory, maybe 7. But without further ado, guys, we'll get into the video real quick. We're starting off with a New York City Comic Con exclusive Freddy Funko. So for those of you that collect your Freddys, you're going to want to get a hold of this one. We've got Freddy as a police officer with his coffee. He really needed, for me, he needed a donut in his hand. I know it's kind of cliche for policemen to have donuts. But I mean, that's a typical kind of New York stereotype. Of the the cop in the navy blue uniform. So if you're a Freddy fan, you're going to want to pick that one up. It's a really cool design. I personally don't really get the whole fascination with Freddy's. I understand if you're a big Funko fan, and you've been collecting them for a while, completely understand that. But for me, just not my cup of tea. And while we're staying with that New York theme, being the New York City Comic Con, we also have a Babe Ruth pop. Again, I'm not a big baseball fan, guys. I know who Babe Ruth is, just from hearsay and things like that. I know he's an old famous baseballer. So if you're a baseball fan, you're gonna want to get this. I'm not sure if they've released him previously, but he's in like kind of a swinging dynamic pose. So it's a really cool pop. I like that they're, Funko are branching out and doing more of these dynamic poses, because it makes your collection look a bit nicer, especially when you're going for like sports stars and things like that. If you're going to have a quarterback from the NFL throwing the ball or something like that in the future, those Michael Jordan ones we got with Jordan dunking, those are really cool. It just gives it a different aspect and a different kind of feeling to the pops. They're not all just like the same old sturdy design. However, that's what some people fell in love with pops because they were all the same. So it all depends on what your cup of tea is. Now this next one, I'm really not sure on. It's I don't know if it's a 3-pack or if they're 3 individual, because it doesn't actually state, but it is New York City Comic Con Paulie the Pigeon in 3 different costumes. So he's got a red and yellow costume, donning also a black and red, and like a white and blue striped type uniform. So I'd honestly have no idea about this character. By the looks of it, it looks to be the New York Comic Con City mascot. I could be completely wrong. Again, that's one of those ones that if you are close to the con and you've got some kind of, they have sentimental value to people that live in New York, it's going to be something you want to pick up. Or if you're a big fan of New York, or you just like obscure characters like that, you might want to pick up. Not probably one for your general everyday fan. Now this next release, I absolutely lost my mind for when I woke up this morning. It got me really excited. I thought, because this was the first one that I actually saw released, I thought that we were going to be getting more in this general direction of releases. Unfortunately, we didn't. But this is a My Hero Academia line of releases, which is great. They usually do an anime line, so we usually get like one from a couple different animes. We're getting 2 from My Hero Academia, which is awesome. I've been crying out for more My Hero Academia pops for a long time. It's one of the few series that I still collect. I'm a big anime fan, and the fact that they have these 2 pops coming out, combined with the massive wave that they announced about a month or 2 back, that I will of course be getting. It was just getting a bit too old. We were getting constant Deku and All Might variants, which I'm not complaining about, because I love those 2 characters. But I've been wanting these characters for a long time, at least one of these characters. So the first one we got was the Hero Killer Stain, and this is the character that I've been wanting for so long, ever since he premiered in the television series. I think it's season 2 from memory, and obviously season 4 is coming out, or is out at the moment as we speak. So really excited that we're getting Stain. I think he's going to go great with the other pops that we're getting in the next line of My Hero. Now, one that I was kind of surprised about when I saw this morning, but makes a bit of sense, is we're getting, I think it's Darby or Dabby. He's like the guy that has like the stitches on his mouth, and his quirk is fire. or something like that. Combustion, I don't remember exactly what it is. So he's one of the evil characters that was seen in the forest scenes when they go away to camp and they get ambushed. So I mean, I didn't expect to see him, so he's a really cool design pop. Now, the thing I love about the two of these pops is they've just got that extra attention to detail. So, Stain's got like his like tassels that he usually has by his side. They're kind of like laying along the ground. It has like a really cool circle around him, and he's got his mask tassels flying off in the wind, like he looks like he's just jumped down onto the ground. And then Darby's got his flames around him and his flame coming out of his hand. The little details, especially with characters like My Hero Academia, where they're constantly using their quirks and things like that. I just appreciate things like that. It makes it look a lot nicer. I'm an out-of-box collector, so those pops are going to look awesome on my shelf. The next reveal that we got, that again, something that I didn't really expect, because I thought that they'd already revealed this. We got an official reveal for DC. So I obviously reported on the chrome pink Batman yesterday, guys. So we're definitely still getting that. That's still part of this. But we're also getting a Huntress, which is really cool. If you guys are DC fans, you're going to want Huntress. I'm surprised I haven't done her as a pop yet. So, a good kind of little bit of a different character to do, which is what you want from con season. You don't want to just have the same old characters and different sculpts. Like, no one likes that. We like seeing different characters that we haven't had before. And the last one to round off this round of reveals, guys, is the Pez pop. So we are getting a Pez Icons Mimic the Monkey. So if you're an Icons fan and collect that line of pops, you're going to want to pick this one up, and probably the second one as well, because we're getting a Pez girl as well. Again, Pez have obviously signed some kind of deal. I don't know if Funko have the pure rights to Pez, or if they've signed a partnership deal, or what the go is. But they're pushing the Pez hard. So if you're a big Pez fan, or if you're just even an Ad Icons fan, definitely something that you're going to want to be picking up for your collection. And that is it, guys. A very small reveal today. Like I said, it's only going to be a short video. I was umming and ahhing whether or not I should include these, or if I should do a separate video. And I decided to do a separate video for you guys. So let me know down in the comments what you thought about these releases, and what your favorite one was. Obviously, for me, a pretty mediocre release. However, it takes my pop tally from only wanting Bluntman and Chronic, that 2-pack from yesterday, now to wanting those 2 My Hero Academia pops. So I might be in my wallet might be in a little bit of trouble. We'll see what Dragon Ball comes out with. If they even have a Dragon Ball, they might not, given they're doing My Hero Academia pops. But I would say we'll still get something Dragon Ball, because they always put something out. But let me know down in the comments what your favorite was, guys. Maybe you're a big Freddy fan, or you're just a big New York fan. You're excited about that Babe Ruth pop. Let me know down in the comments. And yeah, that's it for day 2 of reviews, guys. As I said previously in the last video, I'll be tracking these reviews as they go through, trying to get videos out as soon as possible for you. So make sure that you're subscribed if you haven't. Make sure you swing me a like on the video if you're enjoying these reveal videos. I'll try and get them all out for you guys as soon as possible. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I shall catch you guys next time.